Possibly no one else knew how to drive it properly.
Well, that'd probably be half the problems. That was in 1966. So
And this would have been
1,000 Vietnamese at the time, and almost out of ammunition, outnumbered 20 to 1. And what saved the day was the bravery of those Air Force officers who flew those Hueys in, and we love those guys, yeah.
And being loaded up with ammunition, they were a slow-moving, easy target flying bomb.
this HT Monaro. Any idea what that sort of would fetch these days?
Oh, in reasonable nick, 150 or 60, I'd say. 1,000.
Basically, I wouldn't really say slow moving, but yeah, they were loaded for bear for sure.
Well, a little bit slower than the Canberra jet bomber you've got out the back.
Yeah, just a little bit slower than the Canberras, but no, incredibly brave men. And I could recommend a book, actually, The Battle Long Tan, as told by the commanders to Bob Grandin.
The gear stick sitting here, how many speeds?
We've got 3 speeds and reverse.
3 speeds and reverse. like the old tree on the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, thank you, Holly. We'll go to the front again. Are we right to go, Joey? Just try and get a clear shot. I'll do lots of cutting and editing, but we'll get rid of all of this bit.
Sorry.
That's all right. Well, thank you, Holly.
Now, these things obviously were able to take quite a bit of shell fire and gunfire.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They're basically aluminium and fiberglass, but their nerve system, so to speak, we're surrounded here.
I get a lot of commentary about the continental boot.
Yeah. I'm glad you just told me that, Macca, because I'm going to ask you that.
They take a tremendous amount of fire, and there's an American warrant officer pilot, and he actually got shot down 3 times in one day. If it had been me, I would have given up and not gone back. But yeah, they take an incredible amount of punishment.
Hang on, he got shot. Check the windscreen, but does it impair your vision at all?
Yeah, I don't drive with it on. I just wouldn't dare.
Okay, so it's basically when you're in you're on a country road and you need to keep. So it's basic. You're right. So it's basically when you're on a country road and you just want to keep the windscreen from getting damaged. Down 3 times in one day, and got into a different chopper and went back up again.
Yeah, because these troops on the ground needed him. Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously they were able to salvage the other choppers.
Well, possibly, yeah. A fellow by the name of Mason, he was a warrant officer.
Okay, so they mixed them around.
A little bit, but that wasn't that uncommon in that period.
And what we would know as a... So I believe the accelerator is on the floor.
That's right. The accelerator's
They take a tremendous amount of fire and continue flying, yeah.
A pilot's best friend by the sound of things.
A digger's best friend, that's for bloody sure, yeah.
Well, thanks, Len. It's been great having a look around. I'm lucky enough to sit in the... Now, am I on the right side? Is this where the pilot... you said pilot, so they were both equally...
And we're going to be posting a lot of videos for, I think, the one person that may look at them, and that'll be
his mother.
My mother. I think it'll have no interest to anyone else. We managed to buy a $500 Mazda on Unique Cars and Parts, one owner, 1990. Sounds
low kilometres.
Low kilometres. When I tell you the local, although this was ridiculous, 11,000 kilometres. But when I tell you the kilometres on this thing. A 1990 model Mazda 626 with 58,000 kilometres and one owner. Unfortunately,
the aircraft commander did sit on the right. And
so I'm the commander.
You are, yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, but don't bother giving me orders. I never took them from majors. I won't take it from you. But, yeah, you're on the right-hand side. And if you notice what's called the collective,
this thing also has...
You're plumbing the bloody lanes. It's so early. Why didn't you tell me?
That's right. No, right. So I'm
The
just
crew, the aircraft commander had the additional switches on the on his collective. Yeah.
okay. Fantastic. Well, how lucky am I to not only get to speak to you and learn a lot about the Huey, but to actually sit in the pilot seat as the commander. You can call me commander for the rest of the interview, which is finishing in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, okay, Commander. I request you order me to have a cup of coffee.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye. And I owned a HT GTS Monaro, but it had the 186S engine. So I guess that was the poverty pack I was driving.
Oh, no, not really. If it was GDS, they're great. There's nothing wrong with the six-cylinder ones either, particularly now.
Just the lever to your left, it's got all the switches on it. The one on this side does not have the switches on it.
Right.
And by moving that alters the pitch on the blades.
Okay.
And it's biting deeper into the air or not, and the twist grip on the collective. Grip on the collective is the turbine speed.
Okay. Okay.
And, but the difference in the two, they had identical controls except the